the second straight week, rainy weather on a Friday night in the Shore Conference. I'm Bruce Crampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to ShoreSportsZone.com. A nasty storm pushed back just about every kickoff on the Friday night slate. A couple of games got pushed up. We survived the storm, and it's time now for us to bring you high-definition highlights from all around Monmouth and Ocean County. Let's get started right here in Hazlet. What a showdown. 4-0 Red Bank Regional taking on the Raritan Rockets.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Raritan High School is sponsored by Hazlet Pharmacy. Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Red Bank Regional is sponsored by Navasink Electrical.
Last year, Raritan came back from 13 points down to stun the Bucks in Little Silver 35-27. Red Bank Regional would once again build a lead against the Rockets. Opening drive, Jack Nowitzki goes right to work. He goes up top, Sadiq Palmer. Tremendous catch at the 27-yard line. RBR would get it all the way down to the 1-yard line, but a penalty pushed them back, so they have to settle for a Jack O'Connor 30-yard field goal. O'Connor gives the Bucks a 3-0 advantage. Later in the first, it's Teddy Mitchell on the end around. We've seen him make plays in the secondary, but the Bucks are getting him more involved in the offense. Good decision, because it's a great run down to the 33-yard line. The drive would stall at the 25. No worries. Jack O'Connor from 42. He's got it. Great kick by O'Connor. It's 6-0 RBR. Late first quarter, third down. Check out Sadiq Palmer. He's going to be a wide receiver at Syracuse, but I don't blame Nick Giglio one bit for getting him touches in the backfield as well. He brings the whole pile with him. On the next play, Nowitzki to Matt Raritan. Great catch, 20 yards. Red Bank Regional leads it after one, 13-0. Raritan would put a nice drive together near midfield, but on fourth down, check out this Red Bank Regional defense, shutting down Derek Ernst. Sean Naiman with the stop there. That allows Nowitzki and the offense to go back to work. How about this catch by Chris Outerbridge? We need to slow this down and zoom in to really appreciate what Outerbridge did here. A fantastic one-handed catch. And it would lead to Jack O'Connor, his third field goal of the half. Red Bank Regional takes a 16-0 lead. The Bucks would turn it over in the final minute of the half. Raritan with a chance to get some points, but Brian Fagan is through and delivers a ferocious quarterback sack. The Rockets come up empty. It's 16-0 Red Bank Regional at the half. Now the Bucks did a great job containing Derek Ernst, but they couldn't keep him down for the whole ball game. Ernst gets better as the game goes on. This run is awesome. 61 yards. Early in the third, the Rockets are on the board and they're going for two. Jonathan Rodriguez in at quarterback finds Ryan Dickens. The ball is loose in the end zone. The Rockets recover. It's now 16-8, and all of a sudden, Raritan has the momentum. Nowitzki's pass picked off by Jordan Smith. Sadiq Palmer saves a touchdown. Smith is down at the 6. First and goal for the Rockets. But RBR's defense pushes them back, and the key play of the game comes here. Rodriguez to the end zone, picked off by Sadiq Palmer. Palmer is going to gallop all the way to midfield. Now, it would come back due to a block in the back, but more importantly, the turnover stands. Red Bank Regional stays in front 16-8. And Nowitzki answers back after his pick with a great ball here. Teddy Mitchell. Ooh, that's big time. 31 yards. It would lead to this. Aleem Gotzi. He burrows his way in from 3 yards out. Red Bank Regional takes a 15-point lead. It's 23-8. Late in the fourth quarter, Nick Pasquid gets in the end zone with this great run after the catch to make it 23-14. Raritan decides to go for two to try and make it a 7-point game, but the pass falls incomplete. Sadiq Palmer would tack on a touchdown run in the final seconds of the game as Red Bank Regional gets to 5-0 on the season. 30-14 is your final. Two good football teams battled in this one as Raritan made some good adjustments and certainly made this game competitive in the second half. As for Red Bank Regional, the Bucks with that 5-0 mark have to quickly shift their attention to their crosstown rival. Red Bank Catholic at Red Bank Regional this Friday night should be one of the best games on the board. After the game, we talked to the Bucks, who talked about big plays on the defensive side of the ball that resulted in a quality road victory.
They scored right after the half, and we knew we had to stop them, and we did. We fixed up the defense, and we had to stop Ernst, and we did.
If I go back for the last 7 years, here, big stops. When we didn't get them, You know, the score ended up differently at the end of the game, and now we're getting them, and it's huge. Our team is building off of those stops. They're you know, it's carrying over into offense. You know, after that defensive stop is now giving our offense a momentum as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've been making big plays all year. We just had to hold them. They're a great team. We just had to battle the whole way. No easy plays. We took nothing off.
5-0, and now RBC's on the horizon. I'm sure after this bus ride home, that's what you guys are going to start thinking about.
Oh, yeah. That's all we're on to right now. We got to get our minds right because that's a huge game. Always a battle. RBC is a great team, too, so we got to battle. We got to be at our best.
Thanks to Tom's Ford for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Middletown North. Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Ocean Township High School is sponsored by Manasquan Bank and AdPro Imprints.
A pink out at Middletown North High. The Lions coming off that huge win against Manalapan, hosting the Ocean Spartans. First quarter, Tyler Thompson with a great run here. He's got the Spartans on the move and into the red zone. Then it's time for Kenny Pickett to go to the air. He finds Joey Aldarelli. Aldarelli almost gets in. They mark him down at the 2. No worries, because Tyler Thompson finds the zone from 2 yards out. The Spartans take a 7-0 lead. Now, Middletown North on offense. Donald Glenn going to the air up top. Check out this great catch. Josh Gomez. But no points as a result. At the end of one, it stays 7-0 Ocean. Second quarter now, Glenn goes back to work. This pass appears to be going out of bounds, but Tyler Thompson comes up with a tremendous interception. We've got to take a look at the replay on this. Take a look at the feet of number 8. He gets not 1, but 2 feet in. It's clear as day. Great call by the officials. That is a big-time pick by a Division I prospect in Tyler Thompson. Middletown North would get the ball back, though. Still down 7-0. It's Glenn with the short pass to Connor Welsh. He's on the move into Ocean territory. Great running right there by Connor Welsh down to the 38-yard line. And the Lions keep the drive going thanks to Dwight Wilkerson. This, a great run here inside the 25-yard line. And it's time for Middletown North to get on the board. Glenn dumping it to Dwight Wilkerson. He takes care of the rest. That's a great TD by Dwight Wilkerson. 19 yards. At the half, we're tied at 7 apiece. Third quarter, Pickett to the air. He's picked off by Brock Zeckner. Remember, Zeckner last week had that scoop and score against Manalapan. Another big play by Zeckner on D. But Middletown North couldn't cash in on the turnover. Back on offense goes Ocean. Great run here by Kenny Pickett. And how about we shine the zone spotlight right now on the man that they call Kenny Football in Ocean Township. Over the summer, he went to a number of camps and picked up his first Division I offer from the Temple Owls. And as you can see in the highlights here over these last few weeks, Kenny Pickett is a great dual-threat quarterback. He's got a fantastic arm, but he's also great at running that read option, which college coaches just love. I really enjoy his quote as well. Train like you're number 2, play like you're number 1. More zone spotlights all season long here on ShoreSportsZone.com. Back to the action, Kenny Pickett was playing like number 1. Here, he finds Grayson Studhoff inside the 5-yard line, and it's time for Ocean to take the lead. Tyler Thompson, his second touchdown of the game from short range. It's 14-7 Spartans. We go to the fourth quarter now, where Middletown North trying to get back even. Glenn flushed out of the pocket. Great run here by Donald Glenn inside the 20. It would lead to this. Glenn to Connor Welsh, the sophomore from 11 yards out. Hey, we're tied up at 14 and a barn burner in Middletown. But the rest of the fourth quarter was about Ocean's defense stepping up in a major way. Here on the bad exchange, the Spartans come up with a fumble recovery. They can't score, but in the final 2 minutes, another turnover by Ocean, and this one is awesome. Check out Tyler Rossback. That is just a huge play, a big-time interception. And now Ocean's got the ball, looking to drive for the win, and Kenny Pickett keeps it himself. This is a critical run because it gets the Spartans in field goal range with under 30 seconds to go with 27 ticks left. Matt Fisher from 29 for the lead. No doubt about it. Fisher comes through big. Ocean has a 17-14 lead. Middletown North is looking for a miracle. And this play's pretty cool. They do the old double pass. They get it to Connor Welsh. He gets some good yardage, but not enough. The ball game is over. 17-14 is your final. Ocean Township with a big win against Middletown North. The Spartans come through thanks to Matt Fisher's field goal from 29 yards out. As for Middletown North, the up-and-down season continues. A loss to Freehold Boro, a big win against Manalapan, and now another tough, narrow loss against Ocean Township. After the game, our TJ Brustowitz caught up with Kenny Pickett, talking about his team coming through big on the road.
I think we adjusted at halftime, and we got on the board, and we saw what they were doing, and we made a good adjustment. Coach told me what to do, so we went on from there.
You know, to come here and to go against things you can't control, right? We're on a 2.5 hour delay. You know, from the time we got here, sitting inside. You know, at times we did a lot of good things, but at times we got to clean some things up. But ultimately, we found a way, and that's what good football teams do.
Thanks to Manasquan Bank for sponsoring our coverage of Point Boro High School.
The game of the night was in Bayville. Central Regional hosting Point Pleasant Boro in a B-South battle. The Golden Eagles have the leading rusher in the Shore Conference. 4th and 3, Mike Bickford's got the first down and a whole lot more. A 42-yard touchdown run for Central's Mike Bickford, 7-0 Golden Eagles early. So how do you have an answer for Mike Bickford? If you're Point Pleasant Boro, you turn to two players, the Husak twins. Check out Nathan Husak with a great run here that covers 39 yards. It sets the stage for Noah Husak. He plunges in from a yard out, and we're tied up at 7 apiece. But for the rest of the first half, Central takes control of the ball game. Mike Miserndino to the air. Malcolm Vaughn, a 49-yard gainer. It sets the stage for Mike Bickford's second TD of the game. This is a 24-yard touchdown run. Mike Bickford is the real deal. Wow, it's 14-7 Golden Eagles. Late in the first half, Central goes to its 2-minute drill. Miserndino to Bickford. This is a 31-yard gainer. Then Central spreads the wealth on the offense. Miserndino to Dennis Corbett. Whoa, a one-handed grab. 27-yard gainer. And the drive is capped off when Bickford scores for the third time in the half. This is a 1-yard score at the half. Central Regional has a 21-7 lead. But whatever Sean Henry said in the locker room for Point Pleasant Boro worked in a big way, because on the first play of the second half, Noah Husak gains 15. And it sets the stage for Nathan Husak. Nate Husak from 29 yards out. All of a sudden, we got a ball game. Early in the third, it's 21-14. And then Point Pleasant Boro leans on its offensive line, plays ball control. They put together an impressive 8-minute drive. Husak from 4 yards out. All of a sudden, it's 21-20. Point Pleasant Boro is just down by a point. And then the big play of the game comes courtesy of the Point Pleasant Boro defense. Central looking to drive, but check out this play. Kyler Rossi with the interception to end the third quarter. And on the first play after that INT, Nate Husak goes right to work. This is a 21-yard run. And the drive is capped off when Noah Husak finds the zone from 3 yards out. What a comeback by Point Pleasant Boro. From down 14, they're now up 5 in the fourth quarter. The Point Pleasant Boro defense was able to take care of the rest here. Desperation time for Central Regional. The Hail Mary does not happen. 26-21 is your final. How about this Point Pleasant Boro defense, which is one of the top-ranked defenses in the Shore Conference if you go over to the stat zone on shoresportszone.com. Whatever adjustments they made against the dangerous Central offense in Mike Bickford, they certainly worked, from giving up 21 in the first half to a goose egg in the third and fourth quarter. A great story as the Panthers improved to 5-0 on the season. They remain unbeaten in B-South play, along with the Lakewood Piners. That game will decide the B-South crown later on in the regular season.
Thanks to Manasquan Bank and NutriShop for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Brick Township Green Dragons.
Strike up the band at Wall High School. The Crimson Knights hosting Brick Township. Dragons looking for revenge after Wall gave Brick its first loss last season. That was one of the biggest stunners in the state last year. Brick Township up 6-0 early in the second. Tom Zabranik to Javion Harris. Check out Javion Harris. He's off to the races. A 68-yard gain. It sets the stage for Joe Sclafani capping off the drive from 13 yards out. Brick Township has a 12-0 lead, and it's time for us to shine the zone spotlight on the Heartbreak Kid, Joe Sclafani. Last year, we showed so many highlights of his older brother, Carmen, who was a finalist for our Zoman Trophy. He's now getting ready to begin his college baseball career at Rutgers. And Joe Sclafani's interests clearly with basketball as well as football. Big fan of Steph Curry. And if you could have dinner with somebody from the past, how about the great Jimmy Valvano from North Carolina State? Don't ever give up. And Joe Sclafani would like to thank his mom for all his success. Mrs. Sclafani, a breast cancer survivor. It's only fitting as we begin Breast Cancer Awareness Month to shine the spotlight on Joe Sclafani and a great family overall. More Zone Spotlights all year long on ShoreSportsZone.com. Brick gets the ball back. They're on the move again. Rashawn McCall, look at the sidestep right there. Nice 12-yard gain for a first down. And then Tom Zabranik rolling out right. Matt Schleifer with the TD catch. Brick is so run-oriented, but Zabranik has proven that he can throw the football downfield. It's 19-0. Wall was looking to get some points on the board before the half. Great pump fake and throw by sophomore quarterback Eddie Scott. Look at that great catch. R.J. Janasek with the first down, but the Dragons defense will put an end to the drive. It's gang tackling. Sean Larkin can't get anything going. At the half, Brick Township with a 19-0 lead. Second half was all about the Brick Township defense. Jordan Keefe reads the fake handoff perfectly. He puts a big lick on Matt Cluley for the sack. And Brick Township has its fourth straight shutout. My, oh my. 19-0 is your final. The Green Dragons have given up a grand total of 6 points all season long. That came in the opener against Brick Memorial. After that, 4 straight shutouts. Brick Township is off to a 5-0 start and are in control for the moment in Class A South.
Thanks to Paver Restoration for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of St. John Vianney.
More action from Ocean County. St. John Vianney bringing the Lancer Light Show to Manchester. And it didn't take long for St. John Vianney to set the tone in this football game. This is a 35-yard touchdown run by Zaire Sterling. The Lancers are on the board. It's 7-0 St. John Vianney. Then it's time for Anthony Brown to go to work via the air. Check out Brown's pass to Jeff Shear. This covers 47 yards. Just like that, it's 14-0 St. John Vianney. The Lancers were clicking on all cylinders. Brown now goes to another great target, the 6'6" wideout Michael Scapert. This is a 33-yard touchdown play to make it 21-0. Early second. Brown with his third TD pass of the game to Marquis Ellington. The Neptune transfer had that huge game-winning touchdown against Rumson Fairhaven last week. And then Brown caps off a dominating performance, an 11-yard touchdown run. St. John Vianney takes a 35-0 lead at the half. The weather would get nasty. They would call this game in the second half. So St. John Vianney gets a 35-0 win. The remarkable stat in this football game, St. John Vianney had 8 offensive plays in the first half. 5 of them were touchdowns. The Lancers remain unbeaten at 5-0. They'll have a tougher test next week when they take on the Raritan Rockets coming off their tough loss against Red Bank Regional. A reminder, you can follow the action all weekend long by downloading our Shore Sports Zone app. It's absolutely free at the iTunes Store as well as Google Play. We have a live running scoreboard of every game. There were some games that were postponed from Friday to Saturday. That means we'll have even more highlights on our Saturday highlight show, including that big showdown between Jackson Memorial and Toms River North. That game is now set for Saturday night at 7 p.m. A special thanks to our team at Shore Sports Zone who ran around and adjusted to the weather to bring you great highlights tonight as well as tomorrow. I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on Saturday with more high school football here on ShoreSportsZone.com.